Hey tank mates, Wes with Divine Aquariums bringing you another product review. Today we're going to review the Hygger Aquarium Biochemical Sponge Filter HG-908. So let me give you some context on why I actually bought this. Where I live, anytime a squirrel jumps on the power lines, we lose power. We lose power a lot, which if you've seen my videos in the past, that's why I have the Cobalt Aquatics battery backup air pump, right? So just to keep the air moving. So I was on Amazon one day and I love Hygger. Hygger's awesome. They're quickly becoming one of my favorite companies and one of my go-to companies. I actually have an air pump through them. I have a light, I have a heater, I have air stones through them. Quickly becoming one of my favorite companies and definitely becoming a go-to company. I love this company. My thought process was to put this on the 55 gallon I have at my house here and attach it to the Cobalt Aquatics battery backup air pump. And I'm hoping that Cobalt Aquatics air pump has enough to drive this. If it doesn't, no big deal. I'll just put it on another one. But that's the whole thought process of this. If I do lose power, that Cobalt Aquatics pump is going to kick on, and not only am I getting bubbles, but I'm also getting filtration, and it's going to have ceramic media balls in here. So my biological media, so my biological process of my tank is still running, right? Because obviously I have my two CJ pumps, or not CJ pumps, but my two CJ filters. Power goes off, boom. So they're just sitting there in water. That they're not doing me any good. This should be, this should keep it going. I'm not relying on this totally, but if I know I'm going to be out for power for a couple of days, obviously I'm gonna get the generator. But if I'm only going to be out of power from maybe anywhere from one hour to 24 hours, this should be sufficient so my biological process and my bio load doesn't die off, because it's just sitting there, right? So that's the thought process behind it. So let's get to the unboxing. I love their packaging. Their packaging is awesome. The presentation of it is pretty cool to me. Some people don't understand presentation, but presentation is pretty cool. So let's pull this out. There we go. Oops. Don't break it, Wes. Media balls. Stick that over there. And let's pull the whole system out. Now, they do have a couple models of this. This is, or two models of it. This is the bigger one. This one's good. It says for 15, I believe 15 to 50 gallons. So there is my suction cups. And then here is my tube. So here is, the high quality sponge, and it is high quality and it's a fine sponge. Here's the intake, right? So water comes in through here, then is filtered out, goes through the biological media, and then up to the return tube, basically. So, and it's telescopic from what I'm reading, right? Yep. So, oh, don't pull too far. There we go. So there we go. I'm hoping I could set this as low as possible. And the idea of that is just, I'm not worried about agitating the water at this moment. Get it as low as possible so it can be hidden behind some rocks and some plants and stuff like that, which we'll see, right? Now, these sponges are pretty cool. They're very nice. They're very fine. Can I look through them? No, I could barely see through them. It means good filtration. Now, these do come with extra sponges. So if you take that part out, here are the extra sponges. And eventually they will go back to their original form. There we go. It even tells you spare sponges inside. Right? So let's get this one out. There we go. Let that go back to its natural form. There we go. And put these on. There we go. And I like the fact that they do that. Yes. Is this a hassle? Yeah, but you know what? And look how quick it's already popped back up. Look how large these things are. To keep costs down and packaging small, they put them in there. I like that thinking. You know, if you've been in this hobby for a long time, you know that they use regular stuff and put the word aquarium grade on it and double and triple the price, right? So think about, I think in some of my videos I talk about how I use poly filter or poly batting, you know, the stuff that they stuff pillows and stuffed animals with that you can get at Walmart. You can get a big bag. You can get a bag this big for like $10. It'll last you a couple of years, right? But you get a small bag of the same stuff and they put aquarium on it, it's going to cost you $10. I like how they don't do that. But anyway, so we want to go stick this in right there. Actually, you know what? I got big hands, so stick that in there just like so. And there we go. Got to move it around. No big deal. So I think what I may do, I should have, this is the air filter line right here. I should have an extension, or I just may run a filter or air line down all the way through here. Actually, you don't need to, yeah. This is actually harder plastic than what an airline actually is, so it should just go right over top of it. So put that back on, put this back on, and your suction cups, which goes in right there. There we go. Very easy to apply. I like that. There we go. And there it is. Here's the other cool thing. You can adjust it if you want. So if I want it facing out, you know, like legs, like Forky from Toy Story 4. I like that. I can adjust it. It's pretty cool. You know, I could move it away from the back of the filter or back of the glass and get more contact area, right? And that's the other probably purpose behind that. Is that right there. So kind of like that. Now, they give you these bio balls. Let's read about the bio balls. I'm on their website now, or not their website, but they're on their link to Amazon. I think it was $20 off Amazon. I'll go back and double check the price. Stable value of pH, cultivate nitrifying bacteria, strong absorbability. I can't say that word. Good water permeability, high absorbency, removes impurities, home for helpful bacteria, and reusable. So we like that. Now let's go to this one. What does this say? That's just the instructions. There we go. So for the medium filter, you get 0.27 pounds of media filter. And this is almost, you know, it says 0.59 inch. It's good for 15 to 55 gallons. Buy 2 or more filters for large tanks than 60 gallons. So if you had a 60 gallon, they're recommended buying 2 of the medium size ones. And of course it gives you a picture. Keep the air line below the water line. You know what? I think we're done. Actually, it was $19.99 on the Hygger store right now. So $40, and you can really get a good filter with this. I wonder, am I going to use this? I don't know. Let me see if I have any Sur Media left, because I can already take some cycled stuff and put that in there. You know, so let's put this in. See what other kind of filter media I got. I know I have some C-Chem Matrix. I do have some Sur Media. I have the small gems. I can put that in there. We'll see. Maybe I'll use these. I don't know. Let's go and put this on the tank. Okay, here are the sponges in the tank. You'll want to soak the sponges first. If not, they'll kind of seep up a little bit. And then you want to get the air bubbles out of it as well too. I was doing a water change, and that's why I decided to put these in today. So I just, got an extra bucket, soaked them in some aquarium water, and that way I don't have to worry about any chlorine or in there. But as you can see, bubbles coming out. I did use some Sur Media gems, and I put those in there. I didn't use their bio balls. I'm going to use those for something else. But there it is. There's the pump in there. It is cycling. Now it also gives a little bit more hiding spaces for some of my cories. So I think they're going to like that. As you can see, I forgot to take the sticker off. So don't kill me in the comments for that. So here's the Cobalt Aquatics air pump. I'm going to unplug it, so it's running off battery power. So as you can see, I unplug it, but then when I go back up, so you can see what it looks like just on battery power, only a little drop that I could see, but not much. So it does work on the Cobalt Aquatics, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna let that run. That battery's good for about 24 hours. So all right. There's my Matthew McConaughey impression. I could probably do a little bit better, but not much. So now you see the Hygger pump. Let me get the box right here. Or the Hygger BioSponge. Let me get a better shot of it. There you go. The BioSponge running off of the Cobalt Aquatics battery operated pump. I showed you running off electrical power and then battery power. What I may do is do an update, and then because the cool thing about that Cobalt Aquatics air pump is it has a USB end on it into a wall wart. So what I may do is do an update when that battery and that pump goes out or runs out, and use a I don't know, one of my Mophie right here, one of my Mophie battery packs, and see what it looks like then. I'm willing to bet it's probably going to have the same output because Cobalt Aquatics doesn't put out crap. Neither does Hygger, as you can see. I'm pretty sure it's going to put out the same amount of power as it did, probably to about 50%, because battery power, thermodynamics teaches us that, one of the things it teaches us is that things wear down, they don't wear up, especially when it comes to batteries, right? So it's going to degrade over time. So when the battery power gets low, it's going to degrade just a little bit. Anything battery operated will work that way. So that's not a knock on Cobalt Aquatics. I think this is a good mesh. That Cobalt Aquatics with this Hygger BioSponge, I think this is going to be a good fit. Now, in that update, I may hook it up to the Hygger air pump and to see what the bubble outtake would be in this BioSponge. And then actually, to make it a fair assessment, I actually may hook it up to my Tetra 100 as well too. So look for the update to come out. I'll give it a week, let it run through its cycle, and then we'll do a comparison with this Mophie battery pack operating the air pump. Because it's got the two USBs right there. So we'll do an update with this battery pack to see what it looks like. Then, actually, you know what? I may actually run this until this runs out. You know what? I'm going to make this promise to you guys. In the update, we're going to run this Cobalt Aquatics air pump off of that bio sponge filter by Hygger, and we're going to see how long this takes, right? This is the bigger one, so this one's about, I think, $100, but you can usually get it on sale for $50. So I'll run that whole pump until this battery runs dry, and I'll give you a quick assessment. Most likely, probably 24 hours, maybe a little bit longer. We'll do that in the update. I'll run it off of the Hygger 958 pump. Hopefully you saw that product review, and then we'll run it off of the Tetra 100 pump to see if there is a difference between the two. I'm willing to bet, because of synergy, It'll probably run better with the Hygger pump. That Hygger BioSponge filter will run better off the Hygger pump. That's my guess. That's just synergy because they usually make these parts to work in conjunction with each other. So we're going to do that update. Probably wait a week for that, so that sponge can really get some good beneficial bacteria building on it. So, and that way I can clean it out too. Actually, in the update, we're going to clean it out, see how much it pulled out. And because I have a lot of cories, and cories, any catfish type fish is a dirty fish. Because of those cories in there, we're going to clean it out, both sponges, see how they are. So I'll show you that in the update. We'll run that Mophie battery backup pack off the Cobalt, off the BioSponge filter. I'm sorry, I'm just shooting off this at the fly. Yes, I do have ADHD. It will run that off of the Mophie battery pack until that runs dry. And then we'll hook it up to the Hygger pump, air pump. We'll run it on full blast since it's adjustable, because the Tetra 100 is not adjustable. It's full blast. So that is going to be the update coming up soon. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.